Hello everyone, good day for all. Welcome back to Ayurveda Veda, a smart way to Ayurveda. I am Dr. Kavya Vasudev and you are watching Series 1 Padartha Vijnana. Please subscribe to my channel and enable the bell button for continuous updates in Samhita. In the last videos, we were discussing Ayurveda Nirupana and Darshana Nirupana. If you have not watched those videos, please click the I button to access it. Moving with the topic, Siddhanta. Siddhanta is mentioned as one among the 44 Vadamargas in Charaka Samhita. Vadamarga is meant to prove the concepts after discussions, examinations or investigations which are carried out by different scholars. A demonstrated truth which is established after several examinations and reasoning is called as Siddhanta. The definition of Siddhanta goes like Siddhanto nama sa yaha parikshakaihi bahuvidham parikshya hetupischa sadhayitva sthapyate nirnaya. So the Siddhanta is that which is being parikshakaihi bahuvidham pariksha. That is done examination by different scholars. And hetubhischa sadhayitva, using certain hetus or using several reasons, sthapyate nirnaya, one conclusion is drawn. That is called as Siddhanta. This total procedure is called as Siddhanta. So finally a conclusion over a particular subject will be drawn after considering many reasons which are being examined or investigated by different scholars. So that process is called as Siddhanta. That is, the different scholars will be performing examinations on a particular subject and different examinations will be carried out and different reasons will be taken and they may be taken for the consideration and finally a conclusion is drawn. So these are the steps, that is conclusion is drawn and considering many reasons, that is hetu, and it is performed by different examinations and carried out by many scholars of that particular subject. This process is called as Siddhanta. Siddhanta Bheda, the types of Siddhanta. So Chadurvidaha, Sarvatantra Siddhanta, Pratitantra Siddhanta, Adhikarana Siddhanta, Abhyupagama Siddhanta Cheti. So 4 types of Siddhantas are Sarvatantra, Pratitantra, Adhikarana and Abhyupagama. Moving with Sarvatantra Siddhanta. Tatra Sarvatantra Siddhanto nama tasmin sarvasmin tantre tat prasiddham yatha sandhi nidanani sandhi vyathayaha sandhi siddhyupayaha sadhyanam iti. So Sarvatantra Siddhanta is that in which all the sciences or all the streams of a particular subject will be accepting a topic or a fact or a truth or a topic is being accepted universally, or all the sciences accepts a particular topic, that is called as Sarvatantra Siddhanta. This tasmin sarvasmin tantre tat prasiddham. Here prasiddha means it is accepted or it is told or it is same as in all the tantras. Sarvasmin tantra. So what all topics which are being told same or which are accepted in all the sciences or all branches of sciences, that particular topic is considered to be Sarvatantra Siddhanta. For example, Yatha Sandhi Nidanani, that is the Nidana or the causative factors or hetu for various diseases. They are same as in all the streams, whether it is homeopathy or Ayurveda or allopathy or Unani or Siddha, whatever the stream of medicine may be, the Nidana or the causative factors for the disease is same, or how a disease is happened or the lakshanas or the signs and symptoms of a disease will be same in all the streams. So that is Sandhi Nidanani Sandhi Vyatheyaha. The description of the diseases will also be same in all streams of medical sciences. And Sandhi Siddhyupayaha Sadhyanam iti. And even if we consider the 8 branches of Ayurveda, that is Ashtanga Ayurveda, then also all these things are considered to be same only. And the different classification of Vyathis are Sadhya and Asadhya. And this Sadhya Vyathis can only be treated, or the management of Sadhya Vyathis are mentioned in all the Samhitas. So the Sadhya Vyathis, the management, how to treat that is also told as same in all the Samhitas. So Sarvatantra Siddhanta refers to the topic or the concept which is being accepted in all the sciences or in all branches of a particular science. So that is called as Sarvatantra Siddhanta. Next is Pratitantra Siddhanta. प्रतितंत्र सिद्धांतो नाम तस्मिन् तस्मिन् एकैकस्मिन् तंत्रे तत्तत् प्रसिद्धं यथा अन्यत्र अष्टौ रसाः षडत्र पंचेन्द्रियाणि अत्र षडिन्द्रियाणि अन्यत्र तंत्रे वादादिकृताः सर्वे विकारा यथा अन्यत्र अत्र वादादिकृता भूतकृताश्च प्रसिद्धाः. So प्रतितंत्र सिद्धांत means which is being accepted and popular only in one particular tantra, and there will be difference of opinion regarding a topic or a matter in different shastras or different tantras. That is called as Pratitantra Siddhanta. That is, different opinions in different tantras are present. That is called as Pratitantra Siddhanta. For example, rasa. In Ayurveda, it is said to be Shad Rasas. In certain other sciences or in other areas, it is 8 rasas are there. That is, the concept of rasa itself will be different from Ayurveda than in other sciences. In Ayurveda itself, it is different. Rasa tells about Shad Rasas. In Rasa Bhaishajya, it is about mercury. So, different concepts are being told by the same particular word. So, similarly, in Natya Shastras and all, different number of rasas are there. So, the concept of or the meaning of the particular word rasa is different in different Shastras. Similarly, the number of indriyas. In certain samhitas, means in Ayurveda, it is considered to be 5 indriyas, that is Pancha Indriyas, and in certain other sciences, it is considered to be 6 in number, like Roga. Certain acharyas have told that is dosha are considered to be the main factors of diseases, and certain other acharyas have included agandu also as a factor for vyathis. So dosha and agandus are factors are responsible for the vyathi. So there are difference of opinion on a particular matter in different shastras or different branches of a particular science. That particular concept is called as Pratitantra Siddhanta. So it may be accepted or popular only in a one tantra, or a group of tantras it will be similar, but there will be different of opinions or difference in opinion in other shastras or in other tantras. So such concepts are called as Pratitantra Siddhanta. Next is Adhikarana Siddhanta. अधिकरण सिद्धांतो नाम स यस्मिन् अधिकरणे प्रस्तूयमाने सिद्धानि अन्यानि अपि अधिकरणानि भवन्ति यथा न मुक्तः कर्मानुबन्धिकं कुरुते निस्पृहत्वात् इति प्रस्तुते सिद्धाः कर्मफल मोक्ष पुरुष प्रेत्यभावा भवन्ति. So, Adhikarana Siddhanta. The word Adhikarana refers to a context. So, Adhikarana means a context, or when we are telling about a particular topic, we can understand certain other things also. Like for example, if we are telling the word dosha, we know the Vada, Pitta and Kapha are the doshas. Similarly, if we are telling Shadrasas, we know Swadu, Amla, Lavana, Tikta, Katu and Kashaya are the Shadrasas. So, if we are telling the particular terms such as dosha, dhatu or mala or rasa, we know what all topics are coming under that particular heading. So similarly, Adhikarana Siddhanta refers to if a particular Adhikarana is being specified or explained, then it will be proving the other things which are coming under that particular topic. Like for an example, Siddhanta or Adhikarana, which is when proved by different acharyas or scholars, when a Siddhanta is proved, it also proves the different topics which are related to it. That particular Siddhanta is called as Adhikarana Siddhanta. For example, Karma phala will not be finished without experiencing is being told. So it is proved that we have to experience the karma phala. Without experiencing, the karma phala won't be getting finished. So if we are not finishing or experiencing the karma phala in this janma, we will be getting another janma, and we have to experience that karma phala in the next janma also. So till we have finished that karma phala, or we have finished experiencing that karma phala, till that time that karma phala will be along with that particular atma or that sharira. So that is being proved by certain acharyas. So by this concept, when it is proved, when karma phala is being proved, then along with that it proves certain other factors or other topics such as the karma phala, the evidence for karma phala, then moksha, pratibhava, etc. So these all are considered to be the variant factors which are being constant relation with this karma phala. So when karma phala is being proved, the factors which are associated with that karma phala is also getting proved. So that is called as Adhikarana Siddhanta. Once a topic is being told, or a heading or a topic or matter is being told, the factors or the other matter or concepts which are related to that particular topic will also get being explained, or that also get proved. That is called as Adhikarana Siddhanta. So when a particular adhikarana is proved, the different topics related to it also gets proved. That is called as Adhikarana Siddhanta. Next is Abhyupagama Siddhanta. Abhyupagama Siddhanto nama sa yamartham asiddham aparikshitam anupadishtam ahetukam va vadakale abhyupagachanti bhishajaha tadyatha dravyam pradhanamidi krutva vakshyamaha gunaha pradhanamidi krutva vakshyamaha viryam pradhanamidi krutva vakshyamaha. So Abhyupagama Siddhanta is that which is not proved, and it is not examined, and it is not told by any aptas, and it is not having any suitable reasoning for explaining a particular thing. And this Siddhanta or this topic is being put forth during the Vada by the different scholars, and this is not actually accepted as a Siddhanta. For that time period, during that Vada Kala, this concept may be taken as granted for the Vada Marga, or for that particular Vada, or during that discussion or during that debate time, this particular topic might have been taken as granted, or that opinion is being selected, or it is taken. So that much only. Other than that, there is no examinations done. It is not proved. It is ayamartham. That is, it is not, artha is not there. It is not having any particular meaning, or it is not being done. Aparikshitam ahetukam. It is not examined by scholars, and it is not having any proper reasons for concluding that particular matter also. And it is abhyupagachanti va vadakale. That is, it is put forth during the Vadakala, or during a discussion, or during a debate, in order to win over the other one or opponent, the person who, or the scholar who tells about certain things or tells about certain opinions. That particular opinions are considered to be Abhyupagama Siddhanta. It is not actually a final conclusion is not drawn on that particular matter. So such things or such matters is called as Abhyupagama Siddhanta. And for example, in Samhitas, we can see various discussions of different acharyas on a particular topic, and finally a conclusion will be drawn by a particular acharya. Especially in Charaka Samhita, you can see the discussions going on. Various acharyas will be discussing on a particular matter, and finally Atreya Punarvasu will be concluding that subject matter. So similarly, different discussions on different matters has been told in different Samhitas. For example, there has been told about the discussions regarding the Dravya, Guna, Virya, Prabhava, etc. So it is being told, certain acharyas have told that Dravya is considered to be Pradhanya, or Dravya is more important, and they are putting forth certain reasons for that particular thing. Why they are considering Dravya as important? Among these Dravyadi gunas, Dravya is considered to be important. They are stating that, and they are putting forth certain reasons for that. Similarly, other acharyas who is opining this will be putting forth certain reasons to opine that Dravya is important, and they will be putting forth certain reasons to show that Guna is important. Similarly, others will be telling that Guna is not important, and they will tell certain reasons for telling that Guna is not important, and they will be giving many reasons for stating that Virya is more important among these properties. So such way certain discussions will be going on. So Dravya Pradhanyata, Guna Pradhanyata, Virya Pradhanyata, etc. has been discussed by various acharyas, and they have put forth their own opinions regarding that matter, stating that view is correct. So such different discussions which carry out during the Vada Kala, which is not examined, or that time only the opinion will be coming forth. Such concepts are called as Abhyubhagama Siddhanta. Today we completed the topic of Siddhanta from Padartha Vijnana first paper, and we'll be continuing with the next topics in the upcoming videos. For more updates on Samhita, make sure you subscribe the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.